Hi, Real Time with IPCA Apex. I'm Nolan Johnson. I'm sitting at the table with Dill, CEO and President for Blackfox. Now, Al, we were prepping for this conversation and talking a little bit. I'm really excited about what we get to talk about here. Let's start with what Blackfox does in general.
Okay. Well, Blackfox is an IPC approved training center. We've been approved training center since 1996. We are the only international IPC training center. We have training centers, our headquarters in Colorado, in Longmont. We have a training center in Tempe, Arizona. We have two in Mexico, one in Malaysia and one in Singapore.
Global presence.
Global presence. And we've grown the business to include the same kind of coverage at every training center. We offer all the standards at all the training centers, so that's our core business since 1996.
Now, in this industry, IPC talks about this regularly. We have a skills shortage on the manufacturing sector that we are working on filling. There's age gaps, skills gaps. This is growing. In general, it's become a particularly important need, and the IPC is really working on putting out skills training. You're in the middle of that.
We are. About 5 years ago, Nolan, I personally always had an interest with being able to help those that are in need of some skill enhancement in order to advance their careers.
Right.
And we worked in the past with the state of Colorado and the federal government, preparing folks that were underemployed or unemployed and preparing them for jobs.
Sure.
And we've done that for a lot of years. Over the past about 5 years, we elected to work more with our military veterans. I have a personal interest in helping our veterans, and as another opportunity for that, we engaged with the state of Colorado and some of our federal government to qualify for training funds to pay the tuition of our veterans to prepare them for civilian careers, and then connect them with employers, which turned out to be our customer base as well, and offer them an opportunity to hire our graduates. Over the past 5 years, we've helped train over 200 folks, all military veterans. These folks are out of the service, underemployed or unemployed. 98% graduation rate. We placed them all. Companies such as Lockheed Martin and Ball Aerospace and a lot of mid-sized companies. The last report I saw, they were reporting at least a 92% retention rate of these individuals.
Do you know what the standard is?
Look, I've heard the standard, at least with most state government programs, is more like 30%. So
3X.
So everyone's very impressed with those statistics. And a lot of those folks are still employed in the same company. You know, there's some movement like there is with today's life, but most of them are still employed.
Well, this is a great synergy, really, to use that word. It's a great synergy where a number of things come together. We need skilled workers. Military veterans certainly are skilled.
They are.
How do you help them adapt the skills and the discipline they learned in the military into a civilian role? You're doing that.
Right.
You're making them very employable. Certainly going into technology where military expertise has a lot of benefit. And a great retention rate for the employers.
Right.
I mean, everybody's winning.
Right, exactly. And you know, the primary reason why the retention rate has been so good, not just because of the military discipline that they've learned, but we spend a lot of time on the front end to ensure that this industry is a good fit for the individual.
Oh,
so we'll assess their interest, we'll expose them to the environment, we'll take them on tours of manufacturing floors, show them videos, introduce them to the IPC standards, tell them what the environment is like, what's expected of them, how they dress, how they behave, all those kinds of things. That's our first thing we'll do. And then those that are still interested and qualified, we'll go into more of a job readiness program where they're trained to do basic skills within a manufacturing floor, understanding documentation and how product flows, how do I handle materials, what's ESD, and all those basics. And then the next level is to give them more of the skill-based training. How do I solder? How do I comply with Class 3 level soldering standards? And then on top of that, we will certify them in a series of the IPC certifications. IPC, the J standard, the 610, the 620, and so on. So they have the credentials to move on to almost any electronic manufacturer within the state. We're currently working, let me back up for a second. We've just sponsored recently a new nonprofit, and the nonprofit is called Evolution Foundation.
Okay, the Evolution Foundation. You were just leading up to that before we started this interview.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Now, it's an exciting venture. It's we created Evolution Foundation in order to create a funding channel, a nonprofit funding channel for corporations, individuals, other organizations to donate and sponsor the tuition for veterans. And then Evolution in turn selects the training facility that best matches their interest and their skill set and actually funds to the training center their tuition. Then Blackfox as a training center and a recipient of some of the veterans that are funding will connect them once they graduate with the employers, and the employers are typically within our database already.
All right.
So it's a natural flow, and there's no fee to the employer. We don't charge anything to the employer. Our interest is to do the right thing and give our military veterans an opportunity for a career path. That's our goal. Blackfox is not after making a lot of money on this thing. We'll be happy we break even, but it's the right thing to do for the individuals, for our industry, and for the shortage you pointed out, Nolan.
Right.
That's why we do it. So today we're looking for employers that are interested. We want to develop a whole list of partnering employers. We're looking for sponsors. We're looking for contributors, to the cause, and we just recently have been accepted by programs at military bases such as Fort Carson in Colorado to be part of their program and interface with the transitioning veterans as they move through their final 6 months of military duty. So hopefully we'll have them prepared by the time that they depart the military, and they're paid during this whole time frame.
Fantastic.
And when they leave, they'll have a place to work.
So I really hear a call to action in this conversation for hiring manufacturing companies to get involved in some fashion.
Exactly.
They're hiring candidates because they have a need, they
Right.
have open positions, and they need skilled
Absolutely.
labor. And what better way than to get somebody who is not only trained up to date, but the statistics show they stay put.
Absolutely.
And you get your money's worth
Absolutely.
out of that
Absolutely.
effort.
That's our call to action. That's one point. We need employers to step up and let Evolution know on our website. If they're interested, I'd be glad to reach out to them personally and talk to them about it. We need sponsors, additional sponsors. So anyone that's interested, corporate-wide or individual or whatever, let us know. It's a great program. It works. It's proven, and we're excited to go forward with it.
I'm excited to hear about it. I think you're doing a great job
Thank
filling
you.
a really important niche on so many levels.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah, we're excited about it.
thanks for stopping by and sharing this with us.
Well, thank
Al.
you, Nolan. My pleasure. Thank you.
Here in San Diego at IPC Apex, I'm Nolan Johnson.